Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek. I am Penge and welcome back to Abandoned Ship, because we saw this a little while ago. We saw the combat demo, but now this is the full version that is going to go, well, it's actually in early access now. It is in early access as of the right now. When this video is released, this game is also being released at the same time. So yes, this game is available now on Steam in early access, but this is the full version. All the bells and Krakens are attached to this one, so it's all jolly exciting. So what we're going to do is we are going to dive straight into the story campaign. Why the heck not? So, new game setup. Name doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's just so you can identify it from your other games. But there we go, the Geek tutorials. Let's turn them off. I have played a little bit of this, and I do remember it from previously. So, difficulty, yeah, we'll have normal. I don't think easy's really worth doing. Normal seems good, and hard, I'm not quite used to it yet. And yeah, there's Krakens and big terrifying monsters and stuff, so I think I might put it on normal for now. And player-generated names. So when the last version was out, the combat demo and all that kind of stuff, you could sign up to the newsletter, as it says here. By signing up to the Abandoned Ship newsletter, you can have your name added to the game. So if you did that, they also got a great big kind of repository of names. If we leave this button ticked, people's names will appear in our game as the crew. So I think we're going to leave that tick, because that sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, and let us play the game. So it starts, I think it starts fairly quickly. It dumps you sort of straight in. There's a little sort of introductory text bit. This bit, in fact. So, a wild chorus, the birth of a monster. And that does indeed look quite monstery. In that moment, the final strand is cut, a burst of clarity. The horror of your recent existence dawns upon you. Escape is all you can think of, and there is a kind of tentacly, kind of big squiddy octopus Kraken monster inside what looks like a cave, and there's crazy people in cloaks. So yes, cultists! Hooray for cultists. So yes, crazy mad people in cloaks with hoods up. So yeah, there we go. Load of nutcases there, jolly good. Yep, there they go. Ooh, that does look a bit sinister, doesn't it? The tentacles flail wildly in the water. People drop to their knees, some through fear, others with adulation. Their god is manifest. You watch from your position of privilege on a private balcony. You notice your two bodyguards are distracted and enraptured. So yes, this kind of implied to me that maybe I was one of these guys, but no, I am captive because I have bodyguards. Strike them down. Flee this accursed place. Okay, now we get a quest written on this sort of parchmenty type thing. We did see these in the combat demo, but these things were more specific to the combat that was coming up, so the upcoming battle, if you like, in the combat demo. But this is to do with a quest. So, instinctively grabbing something, you smash it down on the head of the first guard. Shocked surprise registers on the second before he too is down. You're unsure whether they are dead or unconscious. You feel a drip from your fingers. You look down at your improvised weapon, a small idol of father. It is cracked and has cut your hand. You are drifting, but something inside you snaps back to reality. You have to move fast. The cells offer the safest route to freedom. A small idol of father, not father from Fallout 4, one hopes. That'd be a bit weird. Okay, so the cells. Flee is my only option, so let's flee. You stride into the prison with feigned authority. No matter, the place is unguarded in their moment of triumph. Escaping alone would be futile, so you grab the keys from the guard room and approach the prisoners. Who will you unlock first? So we have to unlock our crew. So I am here. No, I'm not going to be called Severed One. I'm going to change my name. But that's me temporarily for now. Oh, I am in the roby garb things. So yes, now we get to pick three of these, and that's it. So I think we have to have a navigator. So the types are a navigator who can steer their boat really well, a gunner who can reload things quickly, a marine who can fight people who boards, a surgeon who heals people, and a sailor who repairs the broken bits of the boat. So I think a navigator is very important because we want someone to actually steer the ship. So we'll get the navigator out. Hello, you. I don't think we need a surgeon right now, and I don't think we need a marine right now either. So let's go for a gunner to do some shootings, and a sailor to actually fix everything. So let's do that. I'm very sorry, marine. I'm very sorry, surgeon. You shall have to stay here temporarily, but I'm sure someone else will come and let you out, maybe. You and your new companion surge through the labyrinthine passages. Finally, a door. Light seeps in through cracks in the frame. Burst through the door. Can we not creep quietly? That's probably more sort of preferable. But okay, burst through the door. Never mind with stealth and subtlety. You close your eyes for a moment as a sea breeze brushes your face. Looking down the winding path ahead, you see what you had hoped for. A ship at anchor. It was likely stolen and repurposed by the cult. Time to put it to better use. Okay, so continue. And now we go down here. So I have turned the tutorial bits off. So I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so we're still going to have these little bits here. So we need to get everybody on board. Because I've turned the tutorial bits off, it's kind of just saying, look, you need to do this stuff to just get on with the quest, would you? So yeah, let's cut these things. In fact, no, once you've done that, actually, there you go. You go up and man the helm, and I am the captain, and I want out of here. So let's go and cut this thing. There we go. Choppity chop the ropes that are holding us in. Splendid. And away we sail. There we go. So we've basically nicked a boat that was just nearby. Dozens of furious cultists charge the jetty as you pull away, a high priest at their head. His scream reaches your ears and drips with scorn. Heed me, betrayer. Our father knows and sees you always. You will never escape his embrace. As he speaks, the other cultists disperse, no doubt to begin their pursuit on their own vessels. They'll be sending ships after us. Let's get out of here. Yes, I think that's wise. Maybe running away is good. And now we get the exploration mode, which we did not see last time. So our little boat is just here. And there's a rather beautiful island looking. It's all very lovely. Now, the other thing is you can't zoom in or out, I don't think. I haven't found a way to zoom in. Normally it's mouse wheel. But no, it doesn't let you do that, which is a shame. But look, there's lots of lovely little bits. And there's a thing there, and there's something there. There's all sorts of nice bits and bobs. There's some sort of temple-y type things on there. And we can, I think it's that button, we can zoom. Can we zoom out? Oh no, it's that one. There we go. So this is our current zone. So this is not the whole map of the game. This is one particular zone, and there are different gates. And each area, each zone, whatever these are called, has a number of gates that you can go to. So some might only have 2, some might have 3. This one here in particular has 4. Now it's obviously pointing us to go down to this one. But we can, if we like, if we go back to here, we can have a little sail about. Now we sail about quite quickly. We sail about very fast. Whee! So yeah, all I'm doing is, you can either click to send them somewhere, click, or you can just hold the mouse wheel down, hold the mouse button down, the left mouse button, and you sort of zoom about. But then you can pick up things like this. So that's 20 gold or 20 sort of valuables that I can spend eventually later on when I get to a port or whatever, which is jolly exciting. Now, I don't know what happens if you crash into stuff. I'm not going to find that out. But yeah, so I'm just going to... oops, you have to stop on them, I think. I'm just going to go and grab things if I can, because I might as well go and grab things. In the bottom right corner, you will see that there is a sort of a compass wheelie type thing. And yeah, it's showing us that the gates to the top left, to the top, I should use, I'm in a sailing game, I should use saily things. To the watery bit at the top, no, to the north, the east and the west are kind of locked. There's a key in them. And the one at the bottom is the one that we are supposed to be going for. So the south, not the bottom, the south. Come on, you're playing a sailing game with pirates and boats and cannons and stuff. So yes, the south is the one we are supposed to be headed for. But I'm just going to wander about the map just to see if I can find any extra little bits of gold and goodies and such like, because that will all come in very useful. But I have to say, this bit looks really nice. It looks, the islands look great. The little islands in the sea look very lovely. So yes, I shall wander about, let's find some stuff, and then we shall come back when I have either got all the stuff or not found anything, because there is every chance that I've found the 2 bits of loot that are lying around. So yes, we shall come back when I've either discovered stuff or not. Okay, as it turned out, massive waste of time. There was nothing around, but there we go. So we are then prompted to go just here. So let's go here. Now you have to do little kind of challenges to get through these gates. So this one is a patrolling cult ship has stumbled upon us. Man the guns, we owe them no mercy. And then we go into the relatively familiar fighty bit. So you can position your crew, actually. I should go and do that shortly. So next time we're out and about, I'll go and position our crew in their default locations. But for the minute, let's run these guys over here. So we haven't really got much. We've got a couple of cannons there and a couple of cannons there. We've got the grape shot, whatever it is, that one there, and then the one that kills the people, that one, the kill the people shot, and the one that destroys the sail shot, and that's just big old cannonballs, which is absolutely fine. There's the winch at the back, the medic table, and then yes, here is our general boat. So we want him to go over. In fact, let's put him there, so the captain can go there. That's me. He can run over there, and then we can hopefully sort this out. So he will just basically repair stuff as soon as something happens. In fact, should we send him up there? Let's send him up there for now, and he can just chip away at this. Now let's try... and get nearer if we can. Let's try and move to close range. Now, they're probably going to try and run away if we go to close range. Yes, they are. So let's fire some cannons at him, which is jolly exciting. And they're firing back already. Right, fire the cannons. There we go. So we're taking some, causing some damage. Right, you, get their sails. Because that's good, because then we can catch up with them a little bit. Now already, I think we're getting we're moving a tiny bit closer, which is good. He will maintain firing at them from there, as will me. I will do that. There we go. So there we go. We're causing them some damage. We are causing them some good damage. Okay. You. Let's get the chain shot thing up again. And bish bash bosh. So their sail goes down to about half strength, so we can get a bit nearer, which is good. Right. Then you just keep firing at them. Keep firing. Keep firing. You. Fire. Look at that. Their hull is on not quite 50%, but it's been very badly damaged. And we are looking okay. Don't want to take too much more damage. Right, okay, yeah, fire at that. There we go. Right, their sails are in tatters. Their sails are in a bit of a mess. Right, our ship is looking okay. We've got a bit of damage to the sails. Other than that, I think we're fine. Okay, prepare for ramming speed. Brace, brace, brace. You have to press the brace button, and we are going to smack into them. Boom, and that takes them out. That takes them out. Right, move slightly further away. I don't think it's very advisable to be near a ship when it explodes a bit like that and then sinks. Because surely that's going to just sort of displace lots of water and we're going to be knocked about. So we'll move a little bit further away. There we go. So we rammed them. We use the ram button here, and then when that little button lights up there, you have to press it and they all sort of brace for impact. Or I believe they use that as well when your tidal waves and stuff come in and wash over the boat. You have to do that for them to hold on. Grab what you can and be quick about it. More ships will be on their way. So we get 20 more loot, which is splendid. And then we leave combat. So it's when you're ready, press the highlighted button to return to the exploration view. So let's do that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to nip to our boat. So this is just the single boat view, I think I called it. It's very quick. It's very quick to transition through the screens, which is very good. So yeah, so now we can assign default position. So you, gunner man, go just there. Captain, go just down there. And you, go just there. So they can be the start default positions. Now he probably won't man that all the time. He'll be running around fixing the ship and stuff. But if you tick this, save the position your crew are on the ship, you go da-da. So now that's saved. So by default they will start there. And if you need them to go to those positions, you can do that. So if they're all scattered about the ship and you go, right, everyone's healthy, we know what we need to do. You press that, they will run to that position. You can also switch the default orientation of your boat, which is quite cool. I don't think we could do that last time. So at the minute it's facing that way. So port, see, I learnt the terms because port has got the same number of letters as left in it. That's the only reason I can remember it. It's facing toward our enemy. If we flipped it round, it doesn't do it now. But yes, when we next went to a combat thing, we would be indeed starboard, which is right, because the stars are always on the right. I don't know. So, yeah, but we don't want it that way. It doesn't really make any difference because we've got exactly the same setup on either side. I kind of prefer it going left to right, to be perfectly honest. So, yeah, let's come out of there. And then we can go through here. So we now get the world map. So look, this is where we're going to be going. Now, it's in early access, obviously, so I don't quite know to what degree the whole world is going to be fleshed out. But there are certainly a few more bits we can do. Look, there's a little legend thing around the corner. There's actual sort of map things. Yeah, there's quest logs, and we can't do crew management at the moment because it's not letting us because we're still sort of in tutorial mode. But let's go down here then. So our little boat sails through these little sort of gully corridor things. You announce to the crew that you need to take stock and are not to be disturbed. In the captain's cabin, you find some clean clothes, most likely belonging to the poor previous occupant before the cult had their way with the ship. It feels good to finally be out of your flowing ceremonial robes. You stow them neatly away, knowing they may yet have their use. Ah, yes, spying, espionage. Examine yourself in the mirror. Okay, now we get to do some very limited creation of us. Very limited indeed. So, I'm going to call myself Cap'n Penge. And yes, I am male. Let's just see what the female one looks like. I can't even pick the female one. So there we go. I'm not allowed to be female. Right, okay. And skin tone, yeah, we can go through that range. I'm going to be that one because that's more representative of me. So, yeah, Cap'n Penge. Here we go. So we did say you are the severed one. Well, I'm not. I'm Cap'n Penge, so stop calling me the severed one. Once, devotion to father, not from Fallout 4, was all the future you needed. Now something has changed. You are no longer an unquestioning crucial part of the whole. Now you are severed. and free. And called Cap'n Penge, so stop saying severed. Stop that. You don't even recognise the face looking back at you. Were you? All you're certain of is that your past was stolen away by a being you know as Father. Some spark within you pierced the fog of your blind devotion. Now you must kindle it if you're to have any chance of remaking yourself. Then the hunt for answers and revenge can begin. So it's a good old tale of revenge, which is jolly splendid. Okay, right, we confirm that. You re-emerge onto the deck and the crew snap to attention. We may have escaped, you begin, but we are not yet safe. We must make port, then go our separate ways. It's me they're after. You return to your cabin and slump into a chair. Moments later, a strong undercurrent of exhaustion pulls you into a deep sleep. Very nautical. Good job. Still loved and always in his thoughts. You were the first. But he, look, it's got lots of capitalization all over the place. It's crazy. But he knew something within you had changed. Thus you were marginalized, became a symbolic icon with no real power. You didn't care. Something in you was gaining strength little by little. The fog was clearing. So I don't know quite what this is referring to. Is it referring to me? Or is it the perspective of this kind of great big tentacle, terrifying tentacle monster thing? I don't know. And we arrive in a new place. A sharp knock on the door snaps you awake. Moments later, you stride back onto deck to issue commands. No, that's not me. If I've just been woken up, I'm terrible. I'll be like, oh, can I just have 5 more minutes? What, 5 more minutes? I'm very tired. Is anyone going to need tea? Can I have some tea? In fact, I'd need tea. Hopefully the ship's got tea on it. The cult fortress is far from inhabited lands. We'll need to navigate through open waters before we can find a port. Okay, seems to make sense. So it says you are in great danger while you are so close to the cult fortress. Leave the area quickly. So naturally, we're going to explore every single corner of this entire thing to look for loot, because I don't think there's actually any threat here in taking some time to have a little look around. Because yeah, it's nice. However, yes, you will see these things appearing, and there's a few of them appearing. Let's go over to the right-hand side. So our little compass thing in the bottom right says that the door we need to go to is to the east, because we've obviously come through the top one. So now we don't want to go back to the top one, so we want to go to the one on the east. So let's take a little nosy at the one on the east and not crash into those rocks. So if we go here, it says 0 out of 4 exclamation marky things. So there are 4 kind of event things that we have to deal with one way or another here. So we saw 2 of them there. They were marked on the map. So if we keep trundling along here, there we go. So there's one of them. So we can go and deal with this now. Now, it does have a scary Kraken thing on it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's Kraken-y. An imposing cult fleet is spread wide across the waters. Are they searching for you, or merely pursuing some other ominous errand? Either way, the closest ship changes course to intercept you. There are so many, we leave now and fast, while we still have the chance. The cult ship is either brave or stupid, but either way, none of the other ships from the fleet have joined its assault. Okay, so it's one ship coming after us, and we have to fight it. But look, everyone is in their default positions, which means that immediately they are getting the cannons ready, and he is getting the, whatever that is, buckshot, whatever it is, ready, and the guy doing the navigating is earning the sort of, whatever they are, navigation points, which is jolly good. Right, we want to go just there. We want to be nearer, please, because nearer is good. Okay, so we're just lining up the attack. This is fine. I like this bit. It's like the calm before the storm. It's very good. Right, so the gunner is ready. Okay, we're both ready because we're both equally as good at doing guns. So let's just fire at them and boom! First blood to us. Right, you get their sails. Get their sails. Get us nearer. Oh, crikey, that was a bit of a heavy hit. Good grief. Okay, so their sails have been damaged. They are repairing them, however, but we are able to get a bit nearer, which is good. We're not quite in that second range just yet. Not quite yet. That has given them a bit of a knock, though, that has. Right, there we go. On your sails again. Bump. Right, that should get us nearer, because now your sails are all in tatters. I do find it a bit weird how you repair the sails. Surely you'd need some sort of seamstress to go up and stitch them back together. I don't know. You'd need someone to sort of go and actually fix the sail, rather than hit this wooden bit with a hammer. The pointy bit, the stick bit of the sail, the actual sail bit of the sail. Is it a mast? That's a mast, isn't it? Is that a mast? I think it's a mast. So rather than hitting the mast with a hammer, if your sails have been torn apart, you'd need to climb up and, needle and thread and stitch them all back together. But, yes, never mind. That doesn't happen in this. Okay, so let's just get that in place like that. Bang, 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 bang. Beautiful. Right, so he wants to do one last shot on the sails, I think, so they can't get away. Right, bosh, bosh. Right, pause. Now we're going to do ramming speed. Prepare for ramming speed. Brace for impact. Brace, brace, brace. Bang. Have that. I am a fan of ramming the ships. I do like that tactic. It's very good. Oh, look, so one of the guys fell overboard. They are vainly attempting to rescue him, to pull him back onto the ship that is then going to sink. Seems a little bit pointless, but there we go. Among the flotsam, your crew find a number of trunks. Oh, it's nice to know they were wearing swimming trunks. Nothing but junk, one of them exclaims. Another looks crestfallen. Okie doke. And we leave the combat. And now we've dealt with one of those 4 sort of, I don't know what they are, but scenarios, encounters, whatever you want to call them. Right, you just here. What's this one? The top man in the crow's nest bellowed down, "Ship ahoy!" You train the spyglass in the direction of his frantically pointing arm, and a cult ship looms fast over the horizon. You're on course to intercept for better or worse. So they have plenty to answer for. Take us to cannon range or bring the ship about, which means run away. Now, I don't want to take too much damage, so I think we leg it. I think we leave this battle. We don't need to do all of them. So let's leave this one. You survey your crew as they work like a well-oiled machine and allow yourself a moment of pride, despite the anger. The timbers on the ship creak as it responds to the manoeuvre. Slowly at first, while picking up speed, the cult ship recedes into the distance. Okay, so splendid. So we made it out. So yeah, we didn't have to encounter that. Yeah, I don't want to encounter every single one, because we're not recovering. We're not going to port and mending the ship or anything. So we're going to take a battering if we keep fighting everything. Maybe if we're forced to fight it, we do. And if we're not forced to, we try and leg it away. Now, it might mean that we're doing ourselves out of a little bit of loot every time. I'd rather have that and then survive than the ship fall apart, but try to get a little bit of gold. Okay, right, let's go and try and find the other encounter, situation marker, thingamabobs, whatever they are. Okay, there's one just there. A cult vessel was spotted in the distance. You've been watching it for signs of intent. You lower the spyglass and wipe it before peering again into the sea haze. Your presence has gone unnoticed. Okay, right. We can't risk them having spotted as the risk is too great. Attack? No. Do not deviate from our bearing, but I want to be alerted to the tiniest change in their course. That one. Okay, so that counts. So that's us sorting it. Okay, here comes scary time. Right, prepare yourself, everybody. You drop to your knees. It feels like a lightning storm inside your skull, and you sense a massive ancient intelligence emerging from it. Scanning the horizon, you see an unnatural disturbance in the water, and it's approaching. Fast. Full speed ahead, for no discernible reason, because I don't think we can avoid this terrifying fate that awaits us. So, there it is. You can't avert your eyes as the royal closes the distance. Whatever it is will be upon you in mere moments. And here comes the terrifying Kraken. You're not prepared to best such a beast. Tell me about it. I got 4 people who are probably really hungry and desperate. Just want to go off a boat, I think. Fight it off and flee. When your manoeuvre bar is full, press the flee button to initiate your desperate retreat. The bar around the button will fill up. Once it's full, your ship will successfully flee the area. So, you want to leave him on there at all costs. However, the Kraken-y thing, the big squiddy monster, does come up from underneath us in a terrifying way and tries to sort of pull us under. Look at that. That is exceptionally cool. That's very good. I like that. So he jabs into the ship, so you have to kind of cut at the tentacle bits like that, look. We chop at them, and then when we've done so many of them... Oh, Captain Penge, come on, dude. Get on with it. There we go. Lazy as ever. Right, so now flee before it attacks again. We can't. We can't flee, so it's going to cause us damage. It causes damage, and then because we can't run away, it's going to do it again. So it's going to come back up. Oh, look at it. It looks very, very good. I like that. Imminent terror moment now, and I like the fact that it gets dark. It sort of just looms up from under the waters. It's very good. Okay, so now we need to make sure we jab the spiky bits again. So there's one, there, and one there, and one right in front of you. So you jab that one. Right, so they're all jabbing at the tentacle bits. Right, splendid. He has got enough stuff to run. Right, run. So now this little bit fills up round here. The blue bar fills up. I don't think we have enough time for it to get all the way round before it comes back for a third go. And yes, up here is the Kraken's life bar, but we are nowhere near. We can't take it on at the minute. We nearly got there as well. Look how close we were to running away. So it's going to cause some more damage by jabbing its tentacles into the ship, which is a shame. Right, you go and do that one. You do that one. You do the one that's in front of you again. Splendid. And I think once I've done that, we should be able to then, I was going to say leg it. We don't really leg it, do we? We boat it, hull it. I don't know. Get out of there. Get out of Dodge. Get out of town. You've wounded the creature and escaped. Somehow you're feeling your bones. The Kraken will need time to recuperate before it resumes the hunt. You should not dally. No, I think dallying would be a stupid thing with a gigantic Kraken monster lying around. Oh, there we go. There's some goodies, though. We can pick them up. Thank you very much. And the final encounter is just here. By the time you spot the cult ship, it's already put itself on an intercept course, and the wind favours them. They've clocked us now. We cannot afford to let them live and share the tale. Chase them down. Let's make them take it to their watery graves, lads. Okay. More ship combat, but look, our hull is now damaged, so we start at a bit of a disadvantage now compared to them because they've got full hull, but we have been in a couple of battles and we've been attacked by a great big flipping sea monster. So, yeah, that's probably not going to help much, but I think we should be okay. I think we should be okay on these levels. Right. You target, yeah, the back, maybe the back bit. Yeah, like there, look. Target the back bit as much as you can. There we go. So we're going to take out their sort of steering and stuff is what I was thinking. Take out the whatever that is. The bit with the steering wheel on it. The upper deck bit thing. Right, you get their sails. There we go. Right, so the sails are damaged a bit and we can edge ever so slightly closer. Oh, and we are taking on water. I possibly should get the repair guy, the sailor, to go and sort that out. Right, he's patching it up. Hooray, splendid. Right, okay, go and empty the water out as well because that probably is going to be quite helpful. So down here, the hull is this green meter and the water that's currently in the hull is that blue meter. So we've just emptied the water out. So there's now no more water, which is quite good. Okay, can we target the front of their ship, actually? Let's target there. Let's go over that direction. You, yeah, right. Wall up the sails. Change shot. Splendid. There we go. They are hurting the ship. Please stop hurting my ship, please. It's a nice ship. And you would like it if you took the time to know it, but no, you're just intent on blowing it up. Okay, we need him to do his thing again. In fact, no, let's ram. Let's ram. Prepare for ramming speed. Brace, brace, brace. And I think they will go down from this impact. Bang. Yeah, so we take a tiny bit of damage, I think. I think we take a little knock from smacking into them, but they take the majority of damage. And they had spikes as well, so we would have taken some hull damage actually there. So maybe, well, it got rid of them, and that's okay. The crew comb eagerly through the debris for anything of value. One of them nearly falls overboard, but is hauled back in by his cackling mates. All right, continue, and I think we can leave combat. And I think that is everything done. I think we've uncovered the 4 things that we need. So let's just have a little look around for loot. Just check that I haven't missed anything, because 20 loot early on in the game is actually quite useful. If you can accumulate a little bit of gold or whatever it is, cash, dosh, loot. I'm just going to call it loot, I think. It can add up. You can get an extra crew member or a bit of extra weaponry or whatever, ship upgrades and stuff. Right, let's go here then. I think we're okay. So now we go over to here. So we've gone from here, where the cultists were, to here. And now we're going over here to the Great Founding. Now the danger has passed, the crew bombard you with questions. You feel responsible and share what little you know. That creature, the cult worship it. It's part of what they call the Great Project. You refocus your efforts on reaching port as quickly as humanly possible for their sake and yours. Okay, continue. So we head through this little kind of cool kind of tunnel thing. That's a very beautiful picture just there. The dull ache in your head recedes slightly and you realise you can't remember a time without it. You feel more like yourself again and wonder what it will take to banish the ache entirely. Something in my head is linked to the Kraken and such like. And we sail into this bit. So the charts you found in the captain's cabin show a nearby port. Land. Safe from that infernal monster. So find a port where you and the crew can be safe. So those doors then shut. So those doors have then creaked shut. And I do like this. I like the board aspect of it, as though it is like a game board and you move through and you uncover stuff, and that's like a kind of parchmenty looking type cloth thing. Yeah, I like that. It looks very good. And I think right now we are going to call it a day for this particular part, but we are going to have another part of this very day. So this should be out, well, it should be about 4:30 by this point, British time, GMT. So it should be about half an hour-ish after the video started. So it should be half an hour since the game was released, more or less. And yes, we shall have another part later on looking at the next bit of what we have to do. So we shall go to the port, we shall get some crew, we shall fit the ship with some things. And yes, we shall do that. And then, yeah, I think we'll just have this as a series as well. So it is in early access, so I don't quite know how far in it goes. I'm not entirely 100% sure how complete this is, but I think this will be very, very good. We're going to have a series of this until the point where we can do no more, and possibly a few little sort of tutorial guide type videos as well. Was that a bird just then? They're birds? Yeah, no, there's birds. I like that. I do like the effects on these bits, on these map areas. They're very, very nice. And even down into the water looks really cool. The water looks lovely and the islands look very good. So yes, so we shall have another part later on today, but that is it for now. So hopefully you did enjoy this. Please do leave a like if you did, and also please do subscribe, because as I said, this is going to be a series. So if you want to follow this series, subscribing will let you keep up to date with it, and it'll let you keep up to date with all the other stuff that we do as well. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. He's gone down the lifts, even though they're not built. The lifts aren't finished. People, this is very dangerous. Martin said it's fine and gave me a negative review. You silly man, Martin, you've clicked the wrong button. It looked like he had no trousers on, which was a little bit strange. Oh, Linda, with your gleaming golden words of appreciation. Linda says, okay, hotel.